What is up, y'all? My name is Liv, and today we're going to be talking about 4 things that every CrossFitter that's trying to lose 10 to 30 pounds should be doing every single day. The first one is going to be prioritizing your protein at every single meal. So let's break it down. What does that actually look like? Prioritizing your protein at every meal, ideally for most people, it's getting about 1 gram per pound of ideal body weight. So this should not be confused with your current weight. Okay, so if I'm 170 pounds and I'm trying to get down to 150 pounds, I'm gonna use 150 grams of protein, not 170. Getting in your protein consistently, not just for a week, not just for 2 weeks, but for a prolonged period of time, is going to allow you to build muscle mass even though you're in a caloric deficit. So you need to be in a caloric deficit if you're trying to lose body fat, but you also need to be hitting that protein goal if you want to not also lose muscle mass while you're losing that body fat. So getting your protein in is going to help you maintain or even grow your muscle while you're losing body fat. It's also going to help you have way less cravings throughout the day. You're going to feel a whole lot fuller throughout the day, so instead of having those cravings that kind of creep up and you're, scrounging around in your kitchen, kind of looking for, what looks good, right? So you're going to have way less of that, and you're actually going to be gaining muscle mass while you're losing body fat, and you're in a caloric deficit, but we're trying to lose the right type of weight, not just weight. Number 2 is going to be nailing your pre and post workout nutrition. So if you're doing a CrossFit class, let's say at noon, you should be having, and this depends on the person obviously, but you should be having 25 to 40 grams of carbohydrates about 30 to 45 minutes prior to that class. So a lot of people just kind of go into the class completely underfueled, maybe haven't had anything in their system for several hours, and then just go straight into a CrossFit class and probably notice that they have very low energy in the middle of, let's say, a 20-minute AMRAP. They feel just completely bogged down, and maybe 2 minutes into it, they are running on E. So making sure you're having that pre-workout snack is going to give your body the energy that it needs in the form of glucose to use as energy and fuel you for your workout, so that you're actually getting the most out of your 3 to 5 sessions in the gym every single week. Next is going to be your post-workout. So for post-workout, again, this is really going to vary person to person, but most people need 20 to 30 grams of protein post-workout. Now, this doesn't have to be 10 minutes after you work out. It can be within an hour and a half post-workout, ideally. But making sure you're getting that protein in right after is going to help you recover and get ready for your next workout. A big mistake that people make is they train completely underfueled. So they don't have their pre-workout snack, and let's be honest, the meals before that don't look so great either. And so they go into a training session amped up and ready to get after it, but they're underfueled, so their body doesn't perform the way that they're expecting it to, and then they end up overeating later on in the day. Number 3 is going to be paying more attention to your fat sources. So a lot of people tend to overeat on fats without even really realizing it. A lot of your fats are going to come in the form of the olive oil you cook in, or sauces, condiments, any type of dressing typically has a fair amount of fat in it. And we don't even really think about it. We just kind of use it and move on. But that is fat that's going into your system. The reason why we need to be just cognizant of how much we're actually getting each and every day is because fat is really calorically dense. 1 gram of protein and carbs is 4 calories. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. So we very much need fat to survive. I'm not saying avoid fat or anything like that, but we definitely should be aware of how much fat we're taking in, because it is calorically dense, and so it can be kind of sneaky and pull us out of that caloric deficit. And now all of a sudden we're using, more olive oil, more condiments and sauces, and just those things can pull us from that caloric deficit of, making sure we're eating less calories than we're burning, so we're losing body fat, and take us from that point to being at maintenance or even in a surplus of calories. And lastly, number 4 is going to be increasing your NEAT, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. In fancy terms, that just means to be getting more exercise outside of the gym. That's why I'm always talking about getting your steps in, or even just doing things like pickleball, cleaning around the house, like just getting activity in that isn't in the gym. Improving that will benefit you in so many ways. You're going to be burning way more calories throughout the day than you even realize. And the sad truth is, you're maybe burning 300-400 calories in a CrossFit workout. The majority of the calories that you're going to be burning are going to be outside of the gym anyways. So make sure that you're getting at least 8,000 to 10,000 steps in every single day. Make it a non-negotiable. Something too with that is to make sure you're getting those in, actually schedule them. Put it on your calendar. 10 minutes in between these 2 meetings, or 15 minutes before I, hop on to this long call, right? Make sure you're actually putting those in and blocking those into your calendar. So number one, you'll get a notification whenever it's about time to walk. And two, you're gonna account for it throughout the day instead of, getting to 5 p.m. and then realizing, oh crap, I'm at 2,000 steps for the day and I need to, try to make up for it, or, oh, screw it, I'm not gonna hit my step goal today. Make sure you're actually scheduling them into your calendar. I know it sounds silly, but if you do that, then one, it's accounted for, and two, you aren't gonna question if you're gonna get your steps in. It's just gonna become a habit. If you do those 4 things, I promise you'll be starting to go in the right direction. If you want a more specific plan on how to lose those 10 to 30 pounds of body fat, then there will be a link down below this video where you can book in a call with me. We're gonna talk about where you're at right now, where you want to be, that gap in the middle, and see if I can help. So click that link down below and book in a call, and I'll see you in the next video.